Afternoon, Nuno.
Hello, Chris. How are you?
Just start with some team news for Thursday's game. Is there any chance that Somerville might make the squad?
Don't think so. Unfortunately, he still has some issues. Still assessing, but for Thursday, I think it's going to be too soon.
Okay. How about Ollie Scarles? How's his?
Yeah, so Ollie started training without contact. Not clear of full training yet, but being involved in many parts of the sessions.
Anyone else picked up any big injuries since the weekend?
You know that we all have issues after the games, and you know, then maybe later the reports come, but still assessing, 1 day to go. Hopefully everybody's going to be okay.
Lucas Paquetá and his red card against Liverpool, you said that you wouldn't comment until you'd spoken to him. Have you spoken to him, and what can you tell us since about that situation?
Yeah, well, I spoke with Lucas. Lucas spoke not only with me but to all the teammates. First of all, he apologized. He's aware of his mistake, but we as a club, first and foremost, we protect our own, and that was, we solved the things among ourselves. And it's clear that everybody understood that in life everybody's aware that can happen mistakes inside of the football pitch. Sometimes the emotions, you cannot control it, but at the same time everybody deserves a chance, and this is the case. We move forward. Luke is going to be out of the game against Man United, and he's going to be involved in the next one.
How is he? Because he seemed very emotional when the red card happened. He also put out a couple of statements that were full of emotion, and he explained that he had a really tough couple of years. So how is he at the moment?
Yeah, he's not okay. He's not okay. He's suffering. He's disappointed. He's sad, but he realized the mistake that he made, and he's willing to move forward. This is what sometimes people are aware of all the problems that football players endure. But Lucas, I think, is going to overcome this situation.
Past managers here, Graham Potter and David Moyes, have talked about how the situation around the investigation has affected Lucas. Is it still affecting him, do you think? Even though he was cleared in July, do you think the last couple of years are still affecting him now mentally?
I think he's affecting, but he's willing to move forward, to try and put this aside and continue to play football in the way that he does.
He talked about a lack of support from the federation. I know the club have offered him support, but did he go into more detail with you around that?
What I can assure you, Chris, that here at the club we have all the support that the players need. Not only Lucas, but all of the players in the squad, the staff. We have processes in the club that help and are willing to provide assistance here in the club.
We all know it's been a really difficult couple of years for Lucas. First of all, to just have the investigation on his back, but also it was well documented that he was close to a big move to Manchester City around the time. How much do you think that can affect a player as well? I know he's been happy at West Ham since, but that was a really big opportunity for him. How much do you think that can affect a player?
I think that is over. That is over. And also, it's finished. It's clear. We made what we have to do. We had a good conversation. The squad supports Lucas. This is what more important, that your teammates recognize them and support them. So we move forward. Let's not speak anymore about this.
But let's ask you one more, please.
Yeah,
it's
please.
Just, do you think he's happy here at West Ham? Do you think he wants to stay here?
Definitely, yes.
Okay, thank you. Man United on Thursday.
Yeah.
Ruben Amorim has really improved Man United this season. Obviously, the position they're in now at 7th place. What improvements have you seen from the Man United this season from the Man United last season?
I think they are a good team and they are playing good. We can see from the game against Palace that they really compete well. They achieve a good result. So what you expect is to find a tough opponent full of talented players.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Hello. Hi. Going into the last game, the Liverpool game, you've been on a good run. Are you worried that you maybe lost some momentum with that defeat?
No, each game is a new story. Each game is a new development. Was a tough game against Liverpool. We managed to compete well for good spells of the match. Unfortunately, we didn't achieve, but the feeling was that we competed till the last minute.
What was missing from that performance that maybe you want to see from your team at Old Trafford?
Many things, many things. I think we play good in terms of offensive. Let's try to do the same things and with a better decision on the final third, the accuracy of the pass, the shot, the combination.
You talk about the shots there. I'm just looking at the stats. There weren't any actual shots on target.
That's what we expect to happen on Thursday, that we achieve good movements and we finish our actions, because it makes a big difference when all the players realize that after such a good combination, what is hard, the final action is not there. Is what we have to look for.
And when you talk about the final action, is that something you can always work on the training field? Or is that something the players have to work with themselves?
We work in the training field by repetition, by trying to innovate if it requires, because if it's not working we have to change, but we work a lot in the training ground.
At the other end, good performance from Alphonse Areola in the goal. You've made him your first choice since you came back in, where he didn't start the season as first choice. What was it you saw in him that made you go with him, and how justified do you feel in making that decision?
I think we have not only Alphonse, Mats, now the young lad feeling, Lucas also. So all of them are working really well. Alphonse is starting. Hope he continues performing well and helping the team.
You've had some good recent wins against Manchester United as a coach. Do you feel that this is a very different? I don't know, Chris asked before. Is this a different Manchester United from the one we've seen in recent years? Do you feel that Ruben Amorim has maybe sort of found his feet a little more in the Premier League than he did last season?
You can see how you can see it. How Man United is competing. They are playing really good. So the improvement is there. It's for everybody to see.
And Ruben himself, you come across him as a player and a coach. Well, what's the relationship between you? Do you know each other well, or is there a
we are both Portuguese. We met each other many times, and now on Thursday he's going to be on one side, me on the other. But all the respect for him. But we don't. We met. We are companions in the job that we do.
And for him, I mean, I asked you before about him finding his feet. Do you feel that? Moving, although he had a lot of success in Portugal, when he came here, do you think it was almost a shock to him, just what the level was over him?
You have to ask him. You keep insisting me and asking me. Last week was the same. The questions that you have to make about other persons, you have to dig to them. What do you expect me to say? I look at Man United, I look at Ruben, I look at their players. How can we compete against Man United? How can we take advantage of the things that we do? How can we contain them for the good things that they have? This is what I look, this is what I'm focused on.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, guys. Cameras off, please.